Hi, Jesus Professor here, and in this episode of Fatherhood 101, we're discussing that sex with baby mama is sin, unless you're married. Christians err when we remain silent, or when we reckon that a Christian man is doing the right thing by shacking up with the baby mama and providing financial support without marrying her. We need to be clear. Sex outside of marriage is always a serious sin that requires other Jesus followers to withhold fellowship if a purported follower of Jesus remains in this ongoing sin and refuses to repent. Anyone means anyone when God tells us, "You must not associate with anyone who calls himself a brother, but is sexually immoral or greedy. With such a man, do not even eat." There are no asterisks making exceptions for immoral believers who have borne a child together or who claim that they're planning to get married. Consequently, fathers of children have two legitimate choices to avoid this serious sin, which should bring separation and dissociation from real followers of Jesus.
Come alive, wake up, sleeper, he is risen, we are risen with him.
The first possibility is to marry the baby mama if the father intends to maintain sexual intimacy with her. The second legitimate choice, if one prefers not to marry her, is to repent completely and permanently of sexual intimacy with her and move out while working hard to provide any and all court-ordered child support and dealing with the likely legal custody and support issues in a loving and responsible manner. Consequences of sin, including children born out of wedlock, never provides justification for ongoing sin among those who claim to belong to Jesus and follow him. Intentional, ongoing, unrepentant sexual immorality has no place among God's holy people. Christians and churches who turn a blind eye to this are giving their own children and their broader communities tacit permission to indulge in the same sins. How can we expect teenagers to believe sex is not okay for them when they see unmarried shack-up couples accepted as believers in the church community? It would be helpful to assign seeker status to people living in clear, unrepentant sin who desire to enjoy the encouragement of churches and Christian communities. When we consider them and allow them to represent themselves as true followers of Jesus, as brothers, or as Christians, we turn both them and ourselves into hypocrites. Being a hypocrite is not a hopeful intermediate step between being an unbeliever and a true Christian. In contrast, being a seeker is a hopeful intermediate step between being an unbeliever and following Jesus.
At the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow. At the name of Jesus, every tongue confess.
Hi. Suicide rates are rising rapidly, so most Jesus followers should prepare ourselves for a more active role in preventing suicides. We are on the front line since pros rarely get involved until a foot soldier helps connect people in crisis with trained professionals. E94.org is a Christian ministry dedicated to equipping the church to prevent suicide through free training of foot soldiers to prevent suicide through training, consulting, and resources. Get equipped to give hope and help and confidently refer people to professional counselors. Learn more at e94.org. Thank you.